most of the stuff that we talk about in these videos, we talk about because I've learned them from somebody else that showed me something so that I don't hurt myself, or if I did hurt myself, this is gonna help fix it. And this is one of those things. This is called the ultimate core activation for the back. This is something that I've learned to do on any day that I'm using my back heavily, and there is a risk of potentially aggravating it. I'm not gonna say injuring it, I'm gonna say aggravating it. So take a look at it, it's just 6 exercises. The first exercise that we're gonna do is called nerve flossing, and the best way to do it is to sit on an elevated surface where your legs can hang freely below you. I like to use the reverse hyper, and I sit nice and high. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna round your back. You're gonna sit in a really poor posture position, and you're gonna drop your chin down to your chest. So this is the kind of the starting position. You're gonna bring your, first thing, bring your toes up towards your knees on your right foot. And then as you extend the knee, you're going to lift the chin up, okay? That's your nerve flossing. As we come back down and as you bend the knee, you're gonna bring the chin back to the chest. Lift the chin, drop the chin. So you're gonna perform 12 reps of that on one side, and then you're gonna perform 12 reps of that on the other side. Do that for 2 rounds. What this does is it's going to free those nerves up and allow them to glide through muscle tissues a little bit better as we move through the rest of these movements. The next exercise that we're gonna do is the single leg bridge. And we've all done this before, but I find one thing very valuable when doing this and a couple of the other exercises, and that's to touch the muscle that you want to be the primary mover. And in this case, it's the glutes. So as you're in position, you're gonna lay with your shoulder blades flat on the ground. You're gonna keep your abdomen nice and tight, and as you drive your hips up, simply give your glutes a little poke on the side to make sure that they're actually driving the movement and it's not your quadriceps. That's what we're looking to do, and you're just gonna simply do 12 reps on each side for 2 rounds. If you feel like you've advanced to a point where you've done this and 12 reps is not difficult for you, an advanced movement that you can add is elevating the heel with a foam roller running with your body. And I promise you, this is much more difficult. So if you're not quite ready for it, don't worry, just do 1 round with the foam roller and the second round without it. The next exercise is called reverse clamshell, and it's difficult for people who have a tough time with internal rotation of the femur. You might not know you have that problem. I did not know. So don't feel bad about this if it's very difficult. The way that you're gonna do it is you're gonna lie on your side, and you're going to pin the same foam roller that we were using for the last exercise in between your knees, and you want your hips to be straight as you do this. So you'll find that your heels will be behind you. A great place to start is doing 5 rounds of 5 reps with no resistance band, okay? If you find that easy, then you can double up a resistance band or use a TheraBand and add it to your feet or ankles and perform the same 5 rounds of 5 and 5 on each side. I'm at the point now where I do 2 rounds of 12 on each side, and I find that all I need to do is increase the resistance of the band, and I'm still challenged by the exercise. So you can give that a shot. Big thing with this one is you're gonna feel this up high where you put your hands in your pockets of your jeans, and that's exactly where you should feel it. The next movement is one of my favorite exercises to use in a warm-up, and that is the monster walk. And I'm gonna show 2 different variations. One's simple, one's a little more complex. When you're doing the monster walk, we found that it's more useful by putting the band at the ankles or even down all the way across the feet. Those 2 options activate the glutes better. What you're going to do as you perform this is you're gonna walk backwards 1 step at a time, and you're gonna step out and back, and then you're gonna match. Then step out and back with the opposite leg. And what we're gonna look to do is get 12 reps on each side. That should be about 50 feet of backwards walking, approximately, so depending on your steps. It's not about the length of the step, it's about the quality of the movement. And that means drive your knees apart as you step and match. It's important to have your knees over your feet the whole time. If you want to make this one more difficult and progress, if the monster walk is easy for you now, a second way to make this a little bit more difficult is to do a double step. So you step and match, step and match with the same foot before switching to the other leg. And you're still gonna do 12 and 12, but now you've effectively doubled the repetitions and kept that glute under tension for a longer period of time. If you're like me, you stand around with your belly hanging out, a great way to reduce that is to use planks, and planks specifically focusing on bringing your lower abdominals in and keeping them tight. So one of the great exercises that uses not only those lower abdominals, but again, the glute, is doing a single leg plank. And what you're gonna do in that position is hold your leg up on a ball or a box, and you basically step off of the ball or box and bring your leg down to the ground and then back to the box or ball. You're gonna do 2 rounds of 12 and 12. To make this more difficult, you can go from a low box to a higher box, but the better way to do it would be to use something that's unstable, like a stability ball or a Dynamax style medicine ball, or potentially maybe even using a foam roller. So give these a shot. Again, lower abdominals are tight, back is nice and flat as you perform this. The last exercise we're gonna do is the half kneeling pallof press. And as you perform this thing, one of the things that's really vitally important about what you're doing is resisting rotation as you perform the exercise. So we're gonna start with a band, light band, probably even micro mini is fine. And we're gonna squeeze it between our hands, and we're gonna point our hands in the direction that they're going to go. As you do this, try not to lock your fingers, okay, but just squeeze the band like this and push your hands forward until your elbow is fully extended, and then we're gonna bring those elbows out and your hands back. So that's 1 repetition. As you do this, you're really trying to keep your trunk solid and stationary as you perform this. Now, when these get easy, the cool thing that you can do to make it a bit more difficult is add more instability. And the way you can do that is take a light change plate, put it on the band and attach it to the upright. And now you've got something that will shake you as you extend your arms. If you're gonna choose to do that, it is important to drive the hands fast and then bring them back slow. Drive the hands fast and then bring them back slow. We're gonna do this for 2 rounds of 12 on each side. So this is gonna take a little bit, but trust me, it's worthwhile. That's the half kneeling pallof press. Well, that's 6 exercises that we call the ultimate core activation for the back. And if you're one of those people that you start your workout and you're starting to get a little bit worried about your back, you know who you are. Me personally, I think about that a lot. Please give this thing a shot. It takes about 10 minutes if you stay focused, and once you've seen all these drills, it becomes routine and you can do it pretty quickly. So first time, plan for 10 to 15 minutes. Second time, trust me, 10 minutes will get you through it. If you like this, do us a favor, hit like, and if you want to see more of this up, it doesn't hurt to just hit subscribe as well. We appreciate it. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, hit us in the comments, and you can check out the description for the products that we're using in the video. So take a look at that.